Hi guys, Orange Garcia here from the OLPMC community. I just want to welcome you back guys here at a new episode, at a new series of Fruitful Fridays at OLPMC. Last week, we opened up a brand new series. It's called Vitamin Character. And what is character? Character is the courage to do the right things at all times, no matter what the cost. We talked about keeping it on at all times. You can't turn it off, guys. You have to be a person of character, whether you're alone or with somebody, with family or friends, whether you're at work or at play, right? You have to be a person of character. You have to be that same character, that same person with the same belief, with the same heart at all times, making sure that you do the right things in spite of what situation you're at. But for this week, it's gonna be very special because we have two special guests with us, adding on to the sizzle of my smart and sexy sisters here. Before I introduce them, I'm gonna ask Apps probably to introduce them as always, right? But I want to ask the sizzling ladies with me in this room today just to say hi to our audiences. Hi!
Hi guys! Welcome!
Welcome.
Happy Friday!
We want to welcome two special guests this episode.
Hi! Morning!
They are the leaders and the role models of our little captains, our beloved little kids in the OLPMC community, our preschool and our kindergarten kids. So we want to welcome Teacher Henny Mishano, who's been with us for quite some time, right, Teacher Henny? Hi, introduce yourself.
Hi! Hi, good morning. My name is Teacher Henny Mishano, an advanced CASA teacher before, but now I am one of the school head of CASA.
Hi, Teacher Henny. And next, our Teacher Camille Adrada. We have a special trivia. You know, she's only not a teacher or Montessori teacher. She's trained a Montessori teacher, and now she's our CASA school head. But she's also a registered nurse. Hi, Teacher Camille.
Everyone, I'm Teacher Camille Adrada. I am one of the OLPMC Casa School Heads. So nice to see everyone.
Welcome, Teacher Camille, Teacher Honey. We're so excited to have you here.
Everyone, right now we have an ongoing workshop. It's every Saturday. We already started last Saturday. It's for preschool kids from 3 to 5.11 years old. So I'd like to invite everyone to join us. There's a cooking class. We have arts and crafts. We'll have dancing. So everybody's welcome. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page of OLPMC. There is a registration form there.
Guys, they started last Saturday and don't miss it. And for you to have a quick taste of it, we'll show a very short clip here.
Oh man, thank you for the CASA team. I'm so proud of them. So make sure you guys join Saturday, guys. There's no commitment. It's totally free. It's really our way of giving back to the community, making sure the families with younger children in their families still get to learn, because at OLPMC, learning just never stops. Talking about learning never stops, right? Here at Fruitful Fridays at OLPMC, we must never stop, and we're going to talk about more about vitamin character here. Have you heard of it? Be, do, and have, right? You have to be first, then do it, then finally have it.
Have it. Yeah.
Okay. The thing is, people tend to mix it the other way around. They want to make sure that they want to have it first, then do it, then be. What does that mean? A practical application. You know what? The ultimate goal in life, and I've learned this recently. I've subscribed recently to a website. It's called formed.org. You know, it's like the Netflix for faith-based communities, specifically the Christian communities out there. It's formed.org. And the very first video that they recommend is The Search. And they really looked into it very scientifically, that our goal, we're designed to find happiness, to find joy in our life, right? And we're built that way. And we want to make sure that we're happy. But people tend to think that for them to be happy, they have to have something first. And then they only do it and then be happy finally, right?
Right.
So, for example, you guys want to have better pay, you want to have that better salary, you want to have that promotion, right? If you have that better pay, you have that better salary, you have that promotion, then you'll only do the things a promoted person would do. You only do the things a person with better pay would do, right? And finally, be happy with your job, with your business, with your profession, with your organization. It doesn't work that way, guys. You have to be happy first. You have to be content. You have to be grateful. You have to be satisfied. You have to be happy with where you are first in your life, in your work. You have to be happy first and do things for you to be able to have that promotion in play. If you want to become promoted, let's say you're a supervisor right now, you want to be a manager, you have to be thinking like a manager already. You have to be able to position yourself and be in that space and do the things that a manager should be do. You have to study it, you have to practice it in becoming a manager, making management decisions, developing management skills. And believe me when I tell you, you will have it one way or another. It may not be right away, but you will have it and you will possess it.
This is such a great example, Kuya Orange, because I've experienced it, like in corporate where I was working for 16 years. That's actually how they develop people. Imagine, before you could even get promoted, you have to do the job and prove that you could do the job first. So they're going to give you that task or that responsibility first. And if you become the leader that they want you to be, then they give you the title and the position. Imagine you'll be performing it with, higher level managers, and you're going to invest time in it. And if you fail, you realize that you can't do it. Wow, man, imagine how that hurts. But now that you're saying the way you're explaining it, I think I really appreciate how they did it that way. I think it's great in how they develop people in that company. Yeah,
that's a great culture to be in. We could talk about something closer to home. We could talk about marriage and family. Just 2 weeks ago, we talked about blocks to bridges. And we're talking about, you want to have a more loving family, you have to be more loving. You have to be reaching out 100% all the time to your family if you want to have a better family. If you want to have a happy marriage, you have to be a better partner now, a better spouse. And I've learned that, I'm very grateful for my wife, but I never really embraced that fully. I never really appreciated her that much before. But when I started being more grateful, being a more understanding, being a more loving partner, being more supportive partner to my wife, we just naturally ended having a happier relationship here at home.
It's very close to home. You basically want to think about happiness in terms of your life, your career, your relationships. You think that you will only be happy if you're able to attain a certain level of success or a certain level in your relationship where you already understand each other, or the intimacy level has reached a point where, you know, you're always happy together. But going into any relationship or any career, I think it's your state of mind that's more important than anything else, because it's your choice. You had made a choice to be in that career. You had made a choice to be in that relationship. So now, how can you bring your happiness and add value to that career or to that relationship?
A message to even the single people out there who are dating or planning to date. I've heard this before, and it really struck me. It has to be two people, two happy people coming together to be more happy. It's not, I want to be with you because you make me happy. It has to be you're both happy already in your own life, in your own individuality, but you choose to become together to be better for the world and people around you.
You're not waiting for you're not waiting to be whole. You have to enter into a relationship or into a career as a whole person. You're giving your best self. So again, to add value to not only to the world, you know, but every connectedness that you encounter in your life.
Thank you guys. I love that you guys really hit it on the head there. Just talking about all those things, I want to ask you guys a back-to-back questions here. Maybe even our special guests could chime in. I want to be able to listen and learn from them. How can you be the best version of yourself today? How do you see yourself becoming that best version of yourself? And what the flip back or the flip side to it is, what other areas in your lives do you still need to work on?
For me po, as a teacher also and as a mother, how can I be the best version of myself today is by learning to recognize myself. Kasi I let go whatever limiting beliefs that stops me to become better. Because there are chances that I feel so frustrated sometimes when I heard something from other people's that what happened to that person, is she the school leader now? Are you sure? So I just don't mind them. I just show them that I can do whatever I want to, as long as I'm happy with my kids, with my family, and as long as I serve the students well and even the parents well. So that's my happiness, and that's the best version of myself for today.
Teacher Henny has been with us for many years, right? And before she even had the position or the title of being a school head, I believe she's been playing the role for quite some time. So she was becoming that leader to the Casa School way before she even had the title. And I really believe that because we saw that, right, Sir Orange?
That's truly correct.
I like what she said because, you know, it's like you're saying that you know your worth. And that's very important. Once you know your worth and your value in the community and in the school, especially in the students, then you're right on track.
She did that even without being asked, even with being overlooked at, because even when there was a different leader in the preschool department, in their CASA department before, she was still stepping up as a leader. Not because she wanted the spotlight on her. On the contrary, she didn't want any spotlight on her. She didn't want any. She didn't want credit. She just wanted to be the best teacher. She wanted to be the best parent partner. She wanted to be the best leader to her peers. And I'm just honored by her courage to always to be able to do the right things, you know, no matter what the cost. Even despite of, it cost her criticism. It cost her crying sometimes, I'm pretty sure. I'm part of that too. Making her cry, you know.
Yes, Sir O. Most of the time.
So I really want to honor Henny's courage to be able to do the right things all the time, no matter what the cost there. Okay. How about your partner here, Teacher Camille?
So I feel like because I'm a new leader here in their school community, I've been to various kinds of schools or different kinds of schools throughout the years. So I taught in an international school, Montessori school, taught a little bit in Singapore. So um, I feel like most companies nowadays they're very results oriented. So then when they look at their employees and they think, is this person profitable? Who brings in the most profit to my company? Is this person a liability? So the more profitable you are, the more valuable you are. But to be honest, as a Montessori teacher, this is the exact opposite of what we teach our kids in school. So rather than being results oriented, preschool kid works for the work itself, and the process is just as important as the results. So that's why Dr. Maria Montessori never believed in rewards or punishments. The reward is the work in itself. There's something to be learned from how this can be applied in our everyday lives. So we're all in a work in progress. So again, if I say now that I am at the exact place where I want to be, then I would be lying. Every day I learn something new, and the best version of myself today is I've worked harder than I did yesterday. So that's my benchmarker. My benchmarker is, did you do better than yesterday? Were you kinder than yesterday? Or did you work harder than yesterday? So if you ask these questions every day, then I feel like you're living your best version of every day.
I have to honor Teacher Camille here because this is another courageous lady. And she said yes to the mission of the whole PMC community, despite and in spite her own challenges in life. I know, Teacher Camille, you and your family is going through some challenges right now. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
I know it might be too close to home here, but we're all a family here and a community here. But I believe your father is still undergoing some treatments. Am I correct?
Mhm. Yes, so my dad has lung cancer. To be honest, it's already metastasized to his liver.
Mhm.
So he's undergoing chemotherapy, immunotherapy. So it's not just financially draining. We all know how financially draining um, cancer is, but it's emotionally draining as well. This These are just like one of those times I feel like I understand why there are support groups for family members who have cancer patients, or members of the family of cancer, because you go crazy after a while. Those surrounding that person also need support in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at, I mean, I know we're on video right now, guys. To the audiences, when you looked at Teacher Camille, when you saw her video and how she spoke, you wouldn't imagine that there was something really kind of challenging and burden that she's carrying right now.
Yeah.
And that's what really character is all about, being the best all the time. Keep being the best version of yourself, right? So I really honor your courage, Teacher Camille. You are truly a blessing to the OPMC community.
Especially if you see, Teacher Camille, Teacher Henny, and the rest of the Casa teachers during their class.
Yeah.
It's as if like they don't have any problems in the world because they're so energetic and lively, which is they
Mhm.
have to, because this is the energy that they have to bring to these little kids, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the mark of a great teacher, not just preschool teachers but all teachers, is that we're very good at compartmentalizing feelings. So
I agree.
we put personal things on hold, put it on drawers or inside drawers, and then face them when you get home. Take them out, and then that's when you face them. So I feel like in every work, not just as a teacher, you have to be really good at compartmentalizing your life.
Because people, the families right now, because of the pandemic with the remote learning, yes, they're talking about it. It's called learning loss. It's really what we're losing because of the remote distance learning. But you know what? When I look at our preschool team, and our CASA team, and the rest of our academic team, they're not looking at the loss. They're always looking what they can do today to gain, to make sure that they fight it out. They make sure that their kids, their captains, their families is really having or experiencing learning gain rather than learning loss. So yeah, I'm just blessed by you guys.
Teacher Henny, I don't know if it's okay to share, but she cried in our meeting last week because it really breaks their heart when there's a kid who is having a hard time or challenging catching up. And it breaks their heart, especially, teacher Henny, she was sharing, she doesn't know what to do anymore. She always wants to go extreme, over deliver. She's even thinking of doing night classes, guys, for these kids, because the parents are working. They couldn't help the child, so she was thinking, how about I offer night classes? So she was like, it was breaking her heart, and you could feel it. It was really painful for her.
The really close relationship you've built with your students, it's just in a different level, compared to having them in person, which is kind of weird in a sense, because now you're seeing them in their actual environment at home. You know what they go through on a daily basis. You know what kind of interaction they have with their families. You know what kind of support they're receiving from their family members. And it's the same. It's just not in one place. It's everywhere around the world right now. Mm-hmm. And I like that you live by what you believe in. Your principles are strong. Definitely your characters are strong. I'm seeing that as you speak about your own lives. I appreciate you being in this community. I feel very confident that our little captains will be getting out of this pandemic stronger. And I love that you focus on not the losses, but the gains. And that's a true measure of education. How did the students grow, even though the structure of learning is not the normal way, So we'll see how and the kindergartners are one of the most affected students right now. They are not experienced. If it is their first time to be in the classroom, they're not experiencing what it is to be truly inside a classroom, interacting with their classmates, having a real teacher in person, building their socialization skills. So I honor both of you. Thank you for your hard work, your dedication, and most especially, I feel your passion, and I'm so happy to know this.
Years ago, when I started digging into personal development, I came across a lot of these questions when I was working with a lot of coaches, business coaches, life coaches, and I struggled, trying to look inside of me and try to understand me. So my mind is very structured. So I had to come up with my own structure in my mind so that I could break it down in pieces. I just want to share it with you guys. I thought about it like in our entire life until we die, there's really just 4 major areas that we're going to deal with for the rest of our lives. And one of them is money. You're going to deal with money for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter what age. And then another one is relationships. And when I talk about relationships, that includes personal and professional. So that is something you're going to deal with every day until the rest of your life. And the third one is inner self. When I thought of inner self, that included my mind and my spirit. And then the last one is physical wellness. Coach Apples knows this. So I had to find it in myself to break it down. And going back to Orange's question earlier, what do I really want? So if I was to look into these four areas, in the nature of work that I do right now, I'm exposed. I get a glimpse of what the lives of the seniors are, the older people. I just turned 50. I know I'm not there yet, but every day I talk to older people and they give me a glimpse of how it is going to be. And some of them, I'm happy to hear that I've talked to some people, they don't take medications. And they're already 65, 70, 75, and they share with me what they did. So anyways, what I really want right now, at the end of the day, is peace of mind. And for the rest of my life, that's what I want to have, is the peace of mind. And so touching on to those four major things, so I would say my physical wellness is my priority right now, and also the finances, because those are the two things where I need to really focus now in terms of retirement. This is the time now. Is the time for me to prepare for it. Basically, I just want to have a peace of mind that I will retire comfortably. What does that mean? Like, I can afford a caregiver. I don't have to burden my children or any of my relatives. I want to prepare for that. It's not really about I want to travel. No, it's when that's a byproduct of your hard work right now. But really the ultimate preparation for me, and I worry about it. I'm not worried, but I mention it to my husband. Like, Chris, we really have to look into this now. 15 years is going to come by so fast, and I don't want time to pass us by. And so I really look into what are the paperworks we need and stuff like that. And when it comes to money, I was never money conscious before. And I had to really educate myself and empower myself with information about it. Took me a while. I had to hire coaches for that because I didn't grow up being educated about money. And I told myself, I'm going to empower my kids. And before I can do that, I had to empower myself with information. And that gives me a peace of mind. So what I really want is that. And at the end of the day, in terms of relationship, did I make a difference? Did I encounter any conflict? Did I resolve it? Before I go to bed, that's my ultimate goal is to have a peace of mind. And with the physical wellness, I don't know how to go about it. So I had to sign up to a program, sign up to a challenge, and that motivates me. And every day I ask myself, okay, I can just do the Thursday one, I don't have to do the one today. But then I come back to the essence of time. It's like the time is now. I don't want to have the feeling of regret later on. Man, I could have just said yes. 15 minutes will go by and my workout is done. So that's it.
I love that. Thanks for sharing that, Cherry. Maybe the rest of you guys could answer also the same question. What do you guys really want? Adi Cherry mentioned she wants peace of mind. I love that. It's very clear, right? What do you need to do to be able to have that peace of mind? How about you guys? What do you really want for yourselves? And what do you think you need to work on just for you to be able to realize that?
Okay, a mother of five. Pang-six po yung asawa ko, sorry. Okay. I still need to take care of my biyenan. Remember that we still have biyenan at home. What I really want is to have a healthy body. If my body is healthy, I can serve my school, I can serve my students, and also I can serve my family. Kasi this is the most important one, my body and my mind. Because if I have a healthy body, I can handle tutorials even at night. I need to cater the tutorial again. Even if it is Saturday or Sunday in the afternoon po.
Oh my God. God bless your heart, Teacher Henny. That's really character all the way, man.
Yeah, Sir Orange. You know naman, I have 5 kids, so I need to handle tutorial even if it is Saturday or Sunday. But then I make sure that I can still serve the school better pa.
For people out there who are complaining they're out of time and they're overworked and stressed, dude, look at these two beautiful school heads of the preschool, right? They're facing so much in their lives. They have to take care of so much outside the classroom, and yet they're here giving their best, being the best version of themselves. Oh man, saludo ko. Hindi na ako magrereklamo dahil sa inyo. I promise. I promise.
For me, I guess what do I really want? I feel like it changes every day kasi I'm a happy-go-lucky person. So I feel like, and I'm also a very simple-minded person, and I feel like that's okay. Very Gen Z man mag-isip. I feel like that's very Gen Z. I don't have extravagant dreams. All I want is security and health for my family. So as you all know, I don't know if actually you know, but my husband and I we've been trying to get pregnant for 3 years already and hasn't been very successful. It's something that I want, but at the same time, I'm a very strong believer of, I don't know if you know this phrase, but do you know amor fati?
No, no.
So
Please.
so amor fati is like my life motto. So it's by Friedrich Nietzsche, and it simply means love your fate. It means that you can throw a tantrum and complain about the things that you don't have, or I can accept what I've been given, love my fate, whether it's good or bad, treating each and every moment, no matter how challenging, as something to be embraced and not avoided. Even my dad's cancer, it took a while, but accepting that what I've been given, so loving, this is my fate, so I have to love it and I have to embrace it. And sabi nga nila, di ba, no mistakes, just lessons. Obstacles and adversity bring fuel to your potential, right? So problems, all of these are adversities that I've been given, so I have to face them and just accept the lessons that they bring me in life. I still need to work on being kinder to myself. I feel like I'm so hard on myself sometimes. So, and I tend to beat myself up a lot.
I think I agree with Teacher Camille in terms of what do I really want. I think that changes every day. For now, it's health. With where my life is right now, I'm really praying for health. I thought I was living a healthy life. Unfortunately, my body disagrees with. And so I think one of the things that I really want to work on is having a stronger mind, stronger than my body, because I'm learning a lot about using your mind to control your body and your heart and your reality. So there's a lot of things that I do want to change in my life. I'm not saying that I'm not happy, but I think that my gratefulness and my appreciativeness of where I am right now should even be more strengthened. I always forget how blessed I am, and so I think every day I have be more conscious of that gratitude, because there's so many things that I am so thankful for. And every day, you get blocked with your work, with other things that you're concerned with, and then you start to worry, and so that's your mind, that's your subconscious ego trying to take over a life that you really don't want to live. I think also sometimes I go into a space where I put my life and my dreams on hold, wanting to meet someone, because that's part of something that I do also want. I'm turning 50 in 2 years, and so I want to
It's not that bad.
I know, seeing you, and so I'm like, well, she looks great. She's living life to the fullest. So I want to change that. I want to be in the mindset of living my life's dreams and being happy, and then meeting that someone while living those dreams. My health condition right now is an awareness or an awakening for me to get to that place of, knowing my worth and knowing my true happiness.
But that's so true. She's one of the healthiest people I know, man.
She is.
Right? Whenever we go there, I love it because I eat healthy.
Yeah.
She meditates
Sure.
a lot too. What I want to say is I love what Ati Cherry said about the 4 areas of life that you really need to juggle every single moment, every day, in and out. And what I really want is a level 10 for all of those. May sound selfish. Last episode, I did say I was selfish, but I do want a level 10 for each of those. The money, relationships, physical health, and inner peace or inner being. So at every moment in life, I ask myself, what's my level of satisfaction in those 4 areas? And most of the time when I don't feel centered or when I don't feel balanced in my life, I look at those 4. And I find out what is causing it, right? So it could be something in money, it could be something in relationships, it could be something in health that's worrying me. I've declared that way back. I do want a level 10 in all those 4 areas in life, and every day that's what I try to work on, so that I get there. I'm definitely not there. At one moment you could be 5 in money, 5 in relationships, but at least I know where that gap is coming from and what I want to do about it.
Yeah, that's a great measurement. And then you just ask yourself, what can I do today to take it to 6? Doesn't have to be jump to 10, but just one level up.
That's what Teacher Camille said about being better than you were yesterday.
Yeah, and I think it's a lifelong process, It's like finding your person and you were in love and then thinking that, we're going to be in love forever. But really, that's not the reality. It's a work in progress, just like Teacher Henny said. My 6th child is my husband.
He's gonna watch this, right?
If you guys are still with us up to this time, I'm so grateful for your presence in our show. I'm grateful for our guests today. I'm grateful for my sisters. I'm learning a lot. But this is the point to ponder. You always attract who you are and not what you want. Let me repeat that. You always attract who you are and not what you want. If you want a happy life, a better life, a more fulfilling life, start being that person today. Right at this moment, make a decision. Because people think that change takes time. It doesn't really. What takes time is you thinking about change. What takes time is you thinking about what you really want to happen in your life. But if you make that decision right here, right now, I'm going to be the best version of myself, then believe me when I tell you, be the best version of yourself, do the best that you could do, and believe me when I tell you, you're going to have the best life ever. So with that being said, I just want to be able to invite our guests and my sisters to be able to do their closing remarks and their parting message for our wonderful audience here.
I love our point to ponder today. You attract who you are and not what you want. It's definitely about becoming who you are first, and then doing, and then having the life that you want and deserve. But it really starts with clarity, guys. You have to be clear. Who is it that you really want to be? Especially after this pandemic, you have to be clear. Who do you want to be when this all ends? Who is that better version of yourself that you want to see when this is all over.
I think we covered a lot of topics for this episode: pursuit of happiness, living our authentic selves, knowing what it is that we are good at, but also knowing what we need to improve on. There's a lot that we can learn from each other, definitely. Knowing the situations of what other people are going through puts everything else in perspective. As we live our lives in a more meaningful way, we also want to know our worth. You know, we always want to live by that so that we give the best version of ourselves and we are able to contribute or add value to the lives of other people. Thanks for joining us for this episode. I really appreciate the sharings of Miss Henny and Miss Camille. I'm so happy that you are part of our community.
Just like what App said, clarity is the key. Knowing what your true compass is, your level of awareness, it's very critical because that's your true compass. And that's what's gonna direct you to the place of happiness where you want to be. So pay attention to the outer voices, the things that you watch, especially in social media, the people you interact with, the information that you listen to, because these are the things that influence your thoughts and your mind, and everything is rooted there, and then and it affects your happiness, your level of happiness, and your growth as well. So
Before you can be the best person of yourself, you must uncover your essential you-ness, your values, your interests, and passions that define who you are in life. So again, this is Teacher Henny of Our Lady of Pilar Montessori Center, OLPMC.
I love that today we talked about clarity, but again, you can't pour out from an empty vessel. So you have to fill yourself up first. Everything starts with you. And you always have to remember that you're a work in progress, and that's okay. That's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. So I pray that you live your best life today and that you are better than you were yesterday. So again, this is Teacher Camille. Thank you so much for being with us today.
All right, there you guys have it. The second installment for our brand new series, Vitamin Character. Keep being our best. And from our community to yours, we wish you all the best. So thank you again for joining us here at Fruitful Fridays here at OLPMC. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us in our Instagram and Facebook page so you'll be able to be updated with what's happening in our community. May we always be able to be of help and service to you in whatever area of your family life, community life, because here at OPMC, learning just never stops. All right, guys, let's say goodbye to our audiences right now. Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.
Thank you.